Namaste, brothers and sisters, this is Jen, and I'm just making this video because I've just been listening to our really beautiful sister Aluna Ash, and her videos have been very, very inspiring and expanding for me, and it's just inspired me to want to speak about a few things that I'm particularly tuning into at the moment, and I've written about this in my latest energy report, and funnily enough, this is what she had written about in her videos, and it was about the 3D merge that is taking place within the first wave twins, and it's really, really huge what is going on. And it was really interesting what she was saying, and I really, really resonated with everything that she said, but just that she used the analogy of that your the fifth dimensional aspect is like is one essence that's split into two identical avatars, and then they are they then that's the fifth dimension, and then the fourth dimension is like the controller and the thought realm, and that realm between idea and action, and then we, as me and my twin, we are the human avatars playing out as identical resonances, and ultimately like who have returned back to this earth to unite with our higher self, which is in the form of our divine counterpart. So it's just really beautiful to hear deep wisdom coming through, and just helping put pieces together of understanding, because for myself it's such a deep understanding of like that merge, because I am experiencing that merge, and it's like the best analogy I've got at the moment is like the Celtic knot. And to me, that is what the 5D merge is like. It just is the absolute marriage of you and your divine counterparts, like union, that is in the fifth, and that is like the knot. And then that knot, the tightness of that knot, then begins to interface on the lower dimensional realms and into the third dimension. And that's why we experience such a phenomenal amount of synchronicities with our twins, because of the knot, because of, the 5D knot is so tight that we're bound together, and that's what I've been really noticing on my twin journey. How even though on the 3D level it doesn't necessarily look like anything has particularly shifted, and in fact it looks as though things may have got a bit more complicated, but the reality is it's like there is a merge, there's an energetic merge that is taking place between me and my twin. And it's really, really phenomenal to observe. It's really phenomenal. And like becoming androgynous, recognizing that, and as you both become androgynous, you become like so identical, just in so many ways, as you both reach that level of androgyny, which is ultimately what the soul's journey is all about. Is that we are, in the ultimate sense, we are androgynous, our souls, and the feminine and the masculine energies lie within all of us, and that's it. That is the journey of the soul, to remember that. And so just wanted to make this video, just a quick video, and inspired by my sister Aluna's style of just putting up a nice picture and just speaking, but I just want to share that is what's going on, that for myself, and I know that's going on for many of the first wavers. Like there's this big, massive, deep merge taking place on the 3D level. So let's just see. I mean, it's a test of faith for all of us. It's definitely a test of faith. So and trust, but it's like what are the options? You trust in your kind of limited egoic mind, who doesn't really know much about what's going to happen anytime soon, or actually one sec. So that is what's been going on for me in the last that is what is still going on for me now, is this phenomenal experience of merging and realising that it's all so perfect. The time of separation, even though it's very hard and it's very challenging for the heart and for the spirit to be in separation, physical separation with your beloved, it's like on a spiritual level it's really, really, really good, and you can get so much done, you can get so much achieved, so much of the higher dimensional merge can take place in those times of separation. And and there'll be obviously a lot of situations happening right now where a lot of the divine masculine twins will be awakening to the realization of, like, oh my God, like she's here. I really didn't believe that God was so great that he would actually create my true love. And but there's just like the absolute glaringly obvious signs telling you that she is here, your divine feminine, and she is awakened, and she knows that you are her king. You are the king that walks by her side eternally in the fifth dimension and beyond, and that your role is to come back and to be emissaries of that highest, divinest, purest love. And this awakening is going on for many of the divine masculines right now. And it's a time of great celebration, but it's a time of great shedding. And it's also a time of letting go of a lot of the 3D security blankets that that we've clung to, fearing that this realm is just horrific, at best. And so we've just clung to these like really, really sort of like rations of security within our 3D reality, when all along, we know that deep in our heart we are angelic beings who have come here to experience the highest bliss eternally. We have been created to exist and live in perpetual bliss. That is encoded in our DNA. That is part of our original blueprint. That is who we are. And if you are listening to this today, this is who you are. This is who I am, brothers and sisters. This is a very strong message. So, to all the divine masculines, it's very important that you're working with the violet flame of transmutation and placing all these situations and relationships into the violet flame, asking that all these lower dimensional timelines be cleared and released for the highest good, that all may come into resonance with their highest Christed fifth dimensional timeline. That is the message to the divine masculines who are in karmic relationships, who are now awakening to the knowing that their true love is walking this earth and is sleeping under the same stars as them every night, and she's looking up at the same moon. Yes, this is real. This is a true love story that is taking place, and we, the 144,000 star-seeded, illumined, Blu-ray twin flames, are the emissaries of this truth, of this great, grand truth that was stolen from humanity, that we were born to coexist in the Garden of Eden as Adam and Eve, as in all of our myriad of forms, but to coexist as and dance in sacred masculine and feminine energy, and bow and pranam to the holiness of that divine feminine and that divine masculine that lies before you. This is the purpose of life, and this is what is being returned to all of us, brothers and sisters. And these messages are encoded with activation light codes that will stimulate your pineal gland for you to release your own heart's knowing, which is coming from this exact channel. It's coming from the heart, coming from the source. So, dear brothers and sisters, this is a time of great transformation for all of us, and this coming eclipse on Friday heralds wondrous new beginnings, particularly for this first wave of twin unions that are aligning now, right now, in this gateway. This is huge. This is the divine plan unfolding. We are awakening into the realization that this has always been a fairy tale, and that we are all the offspring of the king and the queen, which makes us, in fact, the king and the queen. I am the king, you are the queen. I am the king, I am the queen, you are the king, you are the queen. You get the picture? So that is what's going on right now, brothers and sisters, and it's really beautiful that I can come through in this way and bring forward this message. And so yeah, the 3D merge is taking place, and so just like, if you're not in union on the 3D level, send much love, much light codes, much healing, much energy, much comfort to your divine counterpart right now, because this is the end. We're coming to the end of a very long marathon for many of you, and you know, that is a perfect analogy to explain what is going on for many twins. This is an epic reunion gateway that we are upon, brothers and sisters. And I am so deeply honoured to be the messenger of this. It's my greatest privilege. So, this is so important for all of us to have faith in love, in true love. And for the 8-8 transmission, we're going to be working with the full anchoring of the true love, divine union template back into the collective grid, the diamond grid. And this is a very huge work that we are being called to do. So calling all the light warriors that are drawn to this message to please come forward and be part of this very powerful ceremony that will bring will assist in the anchoring of many twin soul unions onto the 3D plane, but also will bring a great deal of comfort and nurturing and healing for many of the beloveds that have been on this, you know, that have been running this long marathon coming up to their unions, whose bodies are exhausted. It will be a time to receive and recuperate and really tap into the wellspring of healing within us. That will be the undertones of the 8-8 transmission. So look forward to welcoming you, beloveds, and I'll leave this as a short message and I'll get this up ASAP, and it's great if we can, you know, if this works. Love you all.
In this retreat, we will be diving deep into the mystery of silence and belonging. The retreat will include visiting many of the very powerful sacred sites in Glastonbury. We've been granted access to the Chalice Garden. We've also been granted access to the White Spring, whereby we will do a very powerful purification ceremony. The White Spring is the closest molecular structure we have to living light on the planet, and bathing in the White Spring is extremely activating and cleansing for all of your energy systems. We will be visiting Glastonbury Abbey and holding ceremonies there, and also Glastonbury Tour. We will be facilitating ceremonies to reinstate the high feminine codes back into this sacred portal. And that is exactly what is needed at this time to bring balance to the patriarchy. The reinstatement of the divine feminine codes will enable us to activate a full and complete Hieros Gamos ceremony within each of us individually who are drawn to take part in this retreat. You are invited to come forward and be part of this extremely important ceremony in the heart chakra of the world, Glastonbury Abbey. We are waiting for you. We are waiting to welcome you home to the heart chakra of Gaia in order to assist you on the next stage of your own evolutionary process. The retreat will be primarily focused around initiating a ceremony of belonging for each individual who is part of the retreat. And you will be asked individually to come forward and be held in a sacred circle, and all the other members of the group will sing your soul song back to you. All dis-ease in the body, in the mind and in the heart has been formed from the belief of separation, from the belief that I don't belong. This retreat promises to address this core issue that has affected and is affecting all of humanity, and that is the restoration of the codes of belonging within yourself, that you may transform your ancestral lineages, that you may transform your DNA patterning, so that they will be upgraded with these new earth programs and vibrations. You are being called home to the sacred Isle of Avalon. You will be so welcomed upon your arrival. Namaste.